11:01. Lost her again. That shit.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today? All right. I know it's a little warm. My name is Keith Golden. I'm Assistant Fire Chief for Operations in the City of Riviera Beach Fire Rescue. And I want to let you know it feels really good to stand here before you for such a joyous occasion. So with that, I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed community members, I want to welcome you to the grand opening and dedication of Riviera Beach Fire Station 88, located at 1920 West Blue Heron Boulevard. Today we gather here to celebrate the birth of a historical and state-of-the-art building that will undoubtedly assist us in saving lives and contribute to a healthy quality of life for our beloved city. The establishment of Fire Rescue Station 88 is a testament of the resilience and unwavering commitment of our community to learn from the events of 9/11. It serves as a powerful reminder that even in the face of tragedy, we can come together to build a brighter future. This station stands as a symbol of our dedication to ensuring safety and well-being of every resident and visitor to the city of Riviera Beach. With cutting-edge technology, highly trained personnel, Fire Station 88 is equipped to handle any emergency that may arise. Its state-of-the-art facilities and advanced equipment will enable our brave firefighters to respond swiftly and efficiently, minimizing the loss of life and property. This station is not just a building, it's a lifeline, a beacon of hope that will provide comfort and security to our community for generations to come. Today we celebrate the grand opening of Riviera Beach Fire Station 88 and the spirit of unity and resilience that brought us here. Let us honor the memory of those lives were forever changed on 9/11 by ensuring that we never forget the importance of preparedness and community support. May this station constantly remind us of our commitment to saving lives and fostering a safer, more vital, and more vibrant Riviera Beach. Thank you. Now I want to acknowledge our elected officials, the ones that are present and those in their absence. Mr. Douglas Lawson, Chairperson, District 5. Shirley Lanier, Chairperson Pro Tem District 3, in her absence. Ms. Kashami Miller-Anderson, Councilwoman, District 2. Mr. Trodrick McCoy, Councilman, District 1. And Dr. Julia Botel, Councilwoman, District 4, in her absence. I also would like to acknowledge our city commissioners, County Executive Management, Department Directors, Riviera Beach Fire Rescue retirees, and visiting Riviera Beach Fire and Police Chiefs. At this time, I would like for everyone to stand for the presentation of colors. Presentation of colors will take place by the City of Riviera Beach Honor Guard.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, the national anthem will come from Mrs. Kim Hilliard, dispatcher of Palm Beach County Fire Rescue.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang out, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Next, we'll have the invocation by Mayor Ronnie L. Felder.
You may be seated. They have me down for the invocation and honorable speaker next. So what I'm going to do, just to save time, because I know it's kind of hard in here, right? I'm going to do mine all at one time, so I don't have to get up twice. To my fellow colleagues, we did it. We did it. This is history in the making. Before I get started, some say, why this fire station is so big? Did it have to be that big? Well, I'll tell you this. As we recommitted as a council in 2019, after we seen the conditions that our firefighters was living in, and we said we would be the council, we would be the board to make sure that they have a better living facility. The reason it's so big is because Riviera Beach is about to do big things. So look out for all the development that we're going to have going on in this city, because this council made the decision not to kick the can down the road. And we got a city manager that said, you know what, if you guys give me the green light, I'm going to make it happen. So this is a product today of what the commitment that this council did along with staff to make sure that we're sitting in this big facility today as we recommit Riviera Beach. But today we gather to inaugurate and bless the new fire station as a symbol of Riviera Beach's commitment to the safety and well-being of our community. As the mayor, I'm honored to stand before you, surrounded by my colleagues, staff, the brave men and women who dedicate their lives to protecting our lives every single day. Let us invoke the spirit of unity and courage as we bless this place today. We call upon God to join us, seeking his guidance and protection over the firefighters who will serve and use this facility. May the spirit of courage rest upon them, enabling them to carry out their duties with strength and compassion. May this fire station stand as a testament to the city's recommitment to growth and perseverance. Let the walls of this fire station band together this department and create a home of unity and teamwork. We offer our gratitude to God for the architects, the builders, staff, council, and all those involved in bringing this fire station to reality. Today, as we open up the doors, let us send forth our heartfelt prayers and safety and well-being for the well-being of our firefighters as they embark on their continued mission into protecting and saving lives. In unity, we stand. In God, we believe. And in gratitude, we offer our blessings over this fire station and the hearts of those who will live within the walls. Can I get an amen for that? Thank you.
Next, we're going to have acknowledgments by our council persons.
Everybody, before we get started, please, let's give it up for Riviera Beach, you guys. Come on, give it up for Riviera Beach. Our man said we did it, we did it. We're going to start by paying homage, respect, to all of our first responders, our firefighters, our police officers, past and present. If you could please, if you can, stand for us. You men and women lay your life on the line for us every single day. You make a commitment to Riviera Beach. So this board, this council, this staff made a commitment to you. We would not have you in buildings that needed to be torn down, that were dilapidated, and needed to be redone. The foundation was paved, and we decided that we were going to move forward, and we did as a board. And today, this is the fruits of the labor of all the residents pushing for what they wanted to see done. So thank you. Thank you for the work you've done, and we made a commitment, and we're going to follow through with it. To the residents, thank you so much for believing in this council, this board, this staff, because we accomplished this for you. And this is a momentous occasion, because we're honored to stand here today to represent the city of Riviera Beach. I'm honored to serve as your board chair for the city of Riviera Beach, and we plan on doing this many more times. So thank you, everyone that came out today. Thank you to my colleagues for continuing to stand strong. And again, thank you, Riviera Beach. We love you. We're committed to you. This is the best city to live, work, and play. Thank you.
Good morning, Riviera Beach. It is really a true honor to be here. I didn't prepare anything, but I did some brainstorming on just my understanding of Riviera Beach and the fire department. I can remember probably 30 years ago, if not 30, very close to it, when Fire Prevention Week was done sometime in October on Saturdays, and me and my brother used to walk over just to participate in it. And I remembered I had no idea whatsoever what the fire department did, but I'm really delighted today to stand here as an elected official and a member of this community to see the progress. And this represents hope that has manifested. And certainly in 2021, us as a city council and this community decided that we were going to put our first responders as our priority, and we solidified in our charter that these are charter departments and that only the voters can decide what happens with these departments. So that reinforced with us and gave us that charge to make sure that we fully support our fire department, and we've done that. So certainly I know we have some other fire stations that's in the works, and I'm really delighted to be a part of this, and I certainly want to be fair and recognize a really good partner that we have that has been working alongside the city of Riviera Beach and all of our legislative efforts. That's going to be State Senator Bobby Powell. Let's give him a round of applause. Senator Powell is not only the state senator, but he's certainly a really close friend, and I can tell you, I've spent time working in the legislature, and if anybody know anything about politics, it is definitely hard to bring back money to your district. And thankfully, with the efforts of Senator Powell and his office and his great staff, you know, we've gotten commitments from the state of $1 million for our EOC Center. So I want to thank Senator Powell for his legislative advocacy in helping us throughout this process. And as much of a critic as I am of my staff, I got to tell you, I really appreciate this. And I had a call this morning to Chairperson Lawson to ask him what was the dress attire. And, you know, we had this conversation. I said, I'm going to just wear a collar shirt and a polo. But there's not an opportunity that we've had as elected officials to stand here and open up a brand new facility for my community. So I can endure the sweat and the heat because our firefighters do a lot more for us every day when they protect our community. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm happy to be here. And certainly, Chief, I call all of them chiefs because, I mean, from one day to the next, you don't know the difference between the two. I think I figured this out in maybe 2019. I was on site at a fire, and who do I see? Our very own fire chief who's dressed in his dress gear out there on the streets helping those guys. So that really means a lot. And certainly to your administrative team, Chief Golden as well as Chief Johnson. And I really appreciate all the work you've done. I'd be remiss not to include our city engineer who's been the project manager on this. This is a great facility. It's not just about the 31,000 square feet in this building. It's about the men and women that have to live in this building, right? Folks call us, well, why did you guys have to build such a big building? And our manager made it clear that we have to build for expansion, build for growth. And I'm certainly happy that we have a staple right here in our community, fire station on our primary street. So I'm really happy and excited about the great things for this fire department. And we have 3 more to go. So certainly congratulations to this fire department and to this community.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is such a pleasure to stand here before everyone this morning to celebrate this exciting occasion, the grand opening of our brand new station here in the great city of Riviera Beach. This significant milestone represents an investment in the safety and well-being of the community and our first responders. As you notice, I am reading off something here, and the reason I did this was because I didn't want to leave anything out. Can I take this off here? Okay, because I didn't want to leave anything out. It has been a very long time since I've had an opportunity to stand before you all in dedicating a new building. So this is pretty emotional for me because I've been here for a while. And being that I've been here for a while, I've seen a lot of things occur. And this has to be one of the very best things that we have done as a council. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank the city manager and Chief Kurt and his staff for being able to bring forth a building that we can all be appreciative of, very proud of. I hear a number of people constantly saying how nice the building looks. But once you go inside and see a little bit more, you're going to understand it's not just a pretty building. It is a building that has been built for the community. It's something that you can be proud of. It's something that you're going to be able to notice that the level of service from our firefighters has gotten to be much better because of it. The training facility that we have here is top-notch. The bunker quarters that we have here is top-notch. When I first came into office in 2015, I did tour our old buildings, and I can honestly say it was something that I was embarrassed about. But I am so glad, and I made a promise back then that we would get us a new fire station. Unfortunately, it didn't happen right away. And if you know how government operates, one person does not make a decision. It takes 3, 4, or 5 to make it happen. And this is my 8th year on the council. They tease me about being the oldest person on the, I'm not the oldest person on the council, the longest person on the council. But it says a lot about this group of people that I've been on the council with currently. It's not easy committing monies a lot of money to make a building appear on a corner such as this. And as Councilman Lawson just stated, McCoy stated, it's difficult sometimes making decisions, especially when you have a lot of facilities that need a lot of work. But this council made the commitment to get the job done. And so I just want to thank my colleagues, although I know at times we can be very dysfunctional. And I say that with love, and I think they appreciate that, and the community does as well. But when it comes to taking care of business, we have done what needed to be done. And I want to thank everyone, Chief Curd and his team, Mr. Evans and his team, as well as my colleagues and the community for just sticking with us and getting this project done. Thank you all so much for the contractors, our subcontractors. You all did an absolutely magnificent job. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Councilwoman Shirley Lanier. I was going to go up on the stage, but I didn't want to take a chance. Thank you guys so much for coming out today for our brand new grand opening of our fire station, and it is hot in here. Thank you so much for coming out. I really want to thank the contractors, the subcontractors, Mr. Jonathan Evans, all of the staff who worked on this project. It was a project that I thought would take a long time, but it did not. It went very quickly, and I live not too far from here, and every day I would come by and say, this thing is moving. So this is a very good thing for the city of Riviera Beach. Hello to my cousin, Kelvin Bean. Is he here? Where is he? There he is. And thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm not going to keep you because it is hot. And thank you so much again for the staff and especially the people who put this project together, and for my fellow council people for being able to get this accomplished. Thank you so much, and you have a great, great afternoon.
Next, we have words by our city manager, Mr. Jonathan Evans.
Good morning, Riviera Beach. We could get used to this, right? You know, the most exciting thing for us as staff is being able to deliver on a promise that this board charted back in 2019. When this board brought me back as the manager, one of the things I said to them is, you may not have been the council or the staff that created some of the challenges, but we are going to be the board and the council and the staff that addresses this. When we set course to reimagine Riviera Beach, we said we wanted to do something transformational. We wanted to do something unique. We wanted to do something that future generations can be excited about. And so you sit in today what I would argue to be the most technologically advanced, forward-thinking fire station in the state of Florida and probably the nation at this particular point. And that's a testament to the leadership of Chief Curd, the leadership of the City Council, and everyone on the project management team. In 2020, Chief Curd and I had a conversation, and he was the interim chief at that point. And I said, Chief, are you interested in being the fire chief? And he said, well, Mr. Manager, do you want me to be the fire chief? And I said, I do. But one thing I need from you is I said, we need to build some, and I'm going to leave out the word I use, fire stations. And we stand in one of the most amazing accomplishments in this city's history. The city has not invested in the infrastructure such as this in well over 50 years. There are many firefighters that I had the opportunity to talk to, work with, tag along with, and they said that they were promised facilities like this for a very long time. Even there was a situation when we acquired this property and we started moving dirt on this property, they thought we were moving dirt from one side to the other side for the purpose of them to think that there was a station coming out of the ground. This $20+ million investment is a testament to the commitment to our first responders. We got here because our facilities are woefully inadequate from the 21st century. We have communal restrooms. We had facilities that had water intrusion problems. We put our firefighters, our first responders, in facilities that didn't match the expectations that we had for them. This particular project, and probably one of the most exciting components of it, is that 43% of the investment that the city made associated with this project went to Riviera Beach businesses and Riviera Beach residents. 37% of that went to small minority-owned corporations in our city. And we're certainly not done. Fire Station 87. Fire Station 87 is the station that is where City Hall sits. That is a sacred ground for our first responders. That particular fire station will pay homage and respect to the men and women that have served the Riviera Beach Fire Department. And certainly somebody that I think owes not just a standing ovation, but also some hootin' and hollerin', is the first African-American chief in Palm Beach County that is here with us today, Chief Wester, sitting in the front. I can tell you I've had the opportunity to get emails from Chief Webster, and I can tell you he's still actively involved in our community. But if you think he looks good now at Fire Station 87, I think he's going to even look better when we put him in bronze. What do you guys think? I also want to take a special point of privilege to recognize our first responders, right? You know you build a good fire station when the police officers are starting to get upset. So for our police officers, we haven't forgotten about you, and we're certainly moving forward to build a state-of-the-art police facility that recognizes their commitment and contribution to the community. But there's a gentleman that is the unsung hero that moves in a lot of shadows and does a lot of work to move these projects forward. And his saying is, don't let your problems be my problems. But I can tell you, as we work through this project, the city engineer, Mr. Terrence Bailey, has been instrumental in this particular project. From keeping the project on track to making sure that our local participation numbers are exceeded, Mr. Bailey has done an instrumental job and has been a very important asset to city administration. Later on today, you'll see a monument that we have erected in the front of the building. And that's for us to never forget what happened on 9/11. We all know where we were on that day, and we know that changed our lives forever. You will see the names of 343 firefighters that went to their last call. We also recognize those 71 police officers that lost their lives on that day. And when we went to fight a war on terror, we lost 6,900 of the bravest fighting force that the world has ever known in the United States Armed Service. September 11th changed our lives forever. And that is a reminder of the sacrifice that every time the tones tone out at this station, our first responders may be responding to their last call. And know that the raising and the erection of the flag shows that despite what the challenges or circumstances are, we will persevere and we will move forward as a nation. In conclusion, I want to tell you how proud I am of seeing our community represented here. Each and every one of you found it important enough today to be here to commemorate such an important moment in Riviera Beach history. So what I can say to you is make sure you got an open calendar next year. Make sure you get here early for parking spaces, because we're going to be having a lot more of these in the future. And with the leadership from the board and the leadership from staff, we are committed to reimagining Riviera Beach. And I can tell you that a lot of people didn't believe in us. But you know how DJ Khaled said, right? God did. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. All right, guys. Just take a moment just to help me welcome to the stage, to the podium, Fire Chief John M. Curd.
Thank you all. I really am quite humbled and honored to be here today. I'm looking across the room here, looking at individuals that built the foundation that we have the privilege to stand upon. From Chief Sokowski, started us off from a volunteer to a paid department, to Chief Wester, Chief Duran. We really appreciate you all being here. To my first captain, Ralph Franklin, thank you for making me the firefighter that I was. To my first battalion chief, Sam Cooper, thank you for making me the chief officer that I was. You all gave me the tools to lead this organization, and I hope I'm making you all proud of where we have taken this organization. And Chief Duran, thank you for assembling those tools and sharpening them for me to help me become the chief that I am today. Like it or not, you got it. I was going to have a 30-minute presentation up here, but I've learned how to read a room, and it looks like it's a little warm out there for you all. So I do want to talk a little bit about the importance of this station, what this station means to our first responders. What's really difficult about going last is they've already said everything. So we obviously understand that this station was designed with our first responders in mind. And at the time we were designing this station, it was the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And we thought it would be fitting for this station to represent those firefighters that sacrifice their lives as our firefighters do each and every day. New York City did take the brunt with the death toll at the Twin Towers during those 9/11 attacks, with an estimated 1,600 victims in the North Tower, 1,000 victims in the South Tower. There were 250 miles away in southwest Arlington. We also had 125 that were killed. The remaining 265 fatalities included 92 passengers and the crew from Flight 77. We had 64 from Flight 11. We also had 44 that died aboard Flight 93. Most of those who perished were civilians, except for the 343 New York firefighters. Initially, the death toll of 2,603 victims was confirmed that were killed at the World Trade Center. In 2007, though, the New York City Medical Examiner's Office began to add people who had died after the attacks of 9/11 due to the exposure of toxins and dust. The first such was a woman, a civil rights lawyer, who died from a chronic lung condition in February 2002. Since then, the overall death toll has risen to 2,996 and still climbing. This station was built for our first responders. We wanted to put an emphasis on their psychological and physiological well-being. Physically, we have the gym that would be expected in any fire station, but we also wanted to address other issues, and I really would love to talk with each one of you all later as we do our tours to go a little bit more in depth, but we wanted to address areas of sleep deprivation. We wanted to create quiet rooms for individuals to have their own personal space. We did some unique things with the lighting to help with individuals, internal clocks and the lighting tied to a circadian rhythm so that individuals can stay on a schedule. We've done some tremendous things as it relates to decontamination, the reduction of exposure to carcinogens with the hot zone concept, and we are just extremely proud of our men and women that serve you all each and every day. And this station was built for you. Thank you, Council, for believing in us, for supporting us, and giving us the tools we need to keep our community safe. I now want to take a moment to bring up Sam Eaton. Sam Eaton, for most of you all, needs no introduction, but I'm going to let Sam talk a little bit about what it is our firefighters go through, not only here in the state of Florida, but across the nation, and really bring to light what makes this station as special as it is. Thank you. Thank you, Chief.
Talk about detoxing, huh? How are we doing out there? This is an awesome moment for me today. I've been at this station twice. I'm very honored to be here speaking on behalf of the Florida Firefighter Safety and Health Collaborative. I'm a retired battalion chief from Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, and proudly so. I was also the director for the FACE team, a cancer prevention team in Palm Beach County Fire Rescue that Riviera Beach knows well about because they're part of it, as well as a statewide group that works on health and safety issues for firefighters. We have four pillars in our organization, and all four pillars, safety, physical fitness, cancer prevention, as well as mental wellness, are embodied in the foundation of this structure. It's an amazing walkthrough as a firefighter from my perspective, just to let you know. I hold in my hand here a helmet that was handed to me about 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Not a single cross on this helmet when it was handed to me, but a retired Captain Butch Smith, fighting multiple myeloma cancer, handed to me and said, every time you talk about firefighter cancer, I want you to have this helmet present. We've added countless crosses to this, as well as other places in memorial to firefighters that have lost their life just to cancer. Cancer is the #1 killer of firefighters. People don't know that, but it would make sense, would it not? If a simple cigarette creates the American Cancer Society, imagine what a firefighter faces every time they walk into a structure fire and faces the chemicals that are being developed from those fires. Cancer is a real issue that firefighters are facing, and many departments don't recognize it like they need to. I'm very fortunate to come from a department that does, Palm Beach County, and I'm exceedingly proud to stand here at Riviera Beach to see what Chief Curd, the city officials, have put together regarding this. Taking just a moment of silence for a Riviera Beach firefighter that just lost his life to cancer, full of life, plenty of life left to live. Mark Reuter passed April of this year. I'd like to take a moment of silence. He's on this helmet. Thank you. The fire and the dangers for firefighters start miles away from this station. They start in a simple structure fire or a car fire on the side of the road. The exposures that they're exposed to can travel back, and they do travel back with them into the firehouse. From the time the firefighter hits this station, things are already happening to eliminate those exposures. This is a perfectly built station from our perspective as the Florida Firefighter Safety and Health Collaborative, because it has zoning to keep the dirty bay, emissions, particulates, all of the things that are generated on a fire out of the living quarters. That was my 5-minute mid-speech timer. To keep it out of the living quarters of this fire station. As you walk through this station, you'll see embodied in this not just cancer prevention model, but also assistance regarding mental wellness. Mental wellness is an issue for the fire service. As a matter of fact, the state of Florida has recognized suicide as one of the main killers of firefighters. And this county, sadly, is the top county in the state of Florida for suicide for firefighters. The line personnel from these departments around this county and around this state are talking to their administrations, they're talking to their unions and asking them, we need help. Why are our firefighters dying from cancer? Why are we losing firefighters to suicide? Please, Chief, do something about this. And as you walk through the station, this is what you do. You have to empower the firefighters with the ability and the equipment and the training and the constant exposure to what they need in order to protect themselves. From everything from the corridors that you're walking through, the fact that they've thought of actually having Showers immediately available as the firefighter comes into the fire station, not going to the living quarters, are embodied in this. They have saunas to help the firefighter detoxify, and they have a sound room, and they have specialized equipment to help the firefighter ease that mental side of this job. It is a dangerous job, but it's made less dangerous because of the implementations that have been made in this station. I want to commend Chief Curd for what you've done here in this station and the stations moving forward. Riviera Beach is 97 years old. In 3 years, they'll have a second station just like this. Talk is cheap. This station is action. Thank you, Chief Curd. Thank you, Riviera Beach, for doing what you've done.
Okay, before we move on outside to the ceremony, a few thank yous that must go out. Dr. Seavold, I want to thank our medical director for being here today. Thank you, Doc. My family, Cassidy Curd, TJ, Keisha, thank you for supporting me in what we've done here today. But there's two people that really made this happen. Mr. Evans says, Chief, we need to build these fire stations. We need to get it done right. Council approves it. He sets the compass, but I have individuals that actually do the work. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Assistant Chief Mark Johnson. For those of you all who have been around here, you know that he's the guy that's really responsible for what this station is, and I'd like to give him a huge round of applause. Thank you. And as Mr. Evans alluded to, our city engineer, Terrence Bailey, thank you. Tremendous job, Terrence. And our city attorney, Don Nguyen. Ms. McBride, thank you for all the work that you've put in. Ms. Jacobs, Mr. Evans, thank you for your leadership. And before we go outside, Mr. Bailey wants to come right up here. He's got a quick presentation to make.
So, real quick, if you guys would come here. Got a little present, there's always surprises in everything. So, we took this opportunity, you're going to stand in front of it so you can see it. We took this opportunity to get this done, and there's a story. This signal hung in front of the old fire station 88 for generations. And when we built this building, we put a new signal out here, and these heads were so old they couldn't reuse them. But when it came to my attention that they may end up in the landfill after serving this community for generations, that was a non-option. So we re-engineered them and created this nice little desk token for the manager and for Chief Curd, so there's one for each of you, so you can put this on your desk. Because in Riviera Beach Fire Rescue, the lights never go out.
Certainly, thank you to Mr. Bailey for giving us the surprise. I have to see what the invoice is and what this cost me for this surprise, but nonetheless, we appreciate it and certainly honored for his work and the team's work. Certainly, I can't thank them enough for the efforts concerning this project. But I think everybody's excited about this uncoupling and opening the station. And please, if you are here this afternoon, please do not leave without going through the station. You will miss out on a great opportunity to see something that is very special to the men and women of the Riviera Beach community, and we are so proud of the work that's been done here. So I'm going to turn the microphone back over to Chief Golden, and then we'll take it from there, Chief.
All right, guys, thank you. I want everyone to turn their attention to the bay, to the apron out in front of the bay. We're going to do our uncoupling ceremony. If I could have Chief Wester and all our retired Riviera Beach Fire Rescue Chiefs to join Chief Curd, our elected officials, along with Mr. Bobby Powell, Mr. Evans, everybody. We're going to do our uncoupling ceremony out on the front apron, and we'll eat, and we'll have some exhibitions from our firefighters and station tours. So turn your attention to the front apron.
I said, please come to this thing. It's a process. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely still working on it, and I think we can Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the unveiling. What do you think? Excellent. So most of you are a little bit behind. Can you hear me? Mayor? Chief? Too far away? Okay. Back that way. Ladies and gentlemen, move towards blueprint. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies. Ladies. I need you to move that way. Go on the other side. You're going to go. You're going to be over here, you and Wester.
All right. And we got Duran as well.
It's going to be the mayor and you. Okay. At that coupling. Chief. Everyone at the same. Yeah. Retiree that's here right now. Any idea?
Retiree?
Any idea?
No. It could be McCrae. It could be. You can grab any of them.
Okay. I can have everyone line up for the uncoupling.
What do you want me to...
You can still break.
All right, everyone. We're going to get ready to do the uncoupling ceremony. So if you can stand on the opposite side of the host side closest to the street.
You gotta retire.
It'll be in the sun for just a minute.
Franklin. Let's go. Just grab them and go. Come on.
Hey,
Come on. Grab it and go. Don't matter.
come on, guys. We're going to get started. Mayor Felder.
I think y'all are going to be on this side at that coupling.
Picture right there.
And then I'm going to get you.
Yeah, he was, I'm like, yeah.
I ran for state delegate in the state of Maryland.
All right. Councilman McCoy.
Wait for them to tell us.
Okay.
All right, guys. All dignitaries, I need you to pick up the hose and the coupling. At this time, we'll begin the uncoupling ceremony. Yeah, twist it. Open it up. Start opening. Yeah. Hey, all right. Good stuff. We got one. One more. All right. Current firefighters and retired firefighters on this end down here. Oh, they're going the wrong way. No, all right. Good job. All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That concludes the ceremony at this time. We have food, drinks on the other side. We'll be doing some fire demonstrations here momentarily. And there will also be a station tour. So for those of you who want to tour the station, join on the side. And out the